business, money, and investing. We're going to be speaking about what is a personal financial statement. We're going to piggyback on what we left off on our last stream. We have been doing a daily live stream on money, business, and investing to help you understand how to build wealth. Okay? So I added a link to our ebook. You can go ahead and get it. It's going to help you understand just about everything that you need to know in order to start building your passive income and capital gains income. There are two types of income that exist when we invest. There are three types of income that exist in total, and majority of people only know how to work for one type of income their entire life, which is ordinary and earned income. It's taxed at the highest bracket. There are the two types of income that exist, and ordinary income is when you have a job and you exchange time for money, for a paycheck. So what we're going to do is focus on building the other two types of income that exist, which are the two types of investment income that exist. When we invest, we either get capital gains income. It is taxed at a higher bracket than passive income, but the third type of income is passive income, and that is taxed at the lowest bracket. So what we want to do is really focus on building passive income with good debt and also passive capital gains income. Okay, and when we have capital, liquid capital, whether it's a saved capital that you have laying around, then we need to put that to work. We need to understand how to put a system or systems together to do the selling and telling for us. It's very critical that you understand that a sound business is a system of systems. Write that down, because a lot of people become self-employed instead of entrepreneurs. We want you to make the decision to become a wealthy entrepreneur, which has the wealthy mindset, understands how to put a system together to do the selling and telling for us. So a business is a system of systems. The difference between a self-employed person and the entrepreneur who is successful is that we control systems instead of just having a job that pays per hour, because even if you're a doctor or an attorney who has a practice, you have to show up to make that money, and you get paid by the hour. So what we are wanting to do here at Master Investor is to give you the tools, the resources, and the tools that we need in order to build passive income. So I'm going to explain to you the 6 different words that we have talked about on the financial statement and why it's important, because the foundation of true wealth is on the ability to read financial statements. We have to understand how to build wealth and how money works in order for us to be able to actually do it. And so understanding there are 3 types of income: earned income or ordinary income, which comes from a job. You exchange time for money, and it's taxed at the highest bracket. Then the next type of income is capital gains income. Okay, that's when we purchase something at a certain price and we sell it at a higher price. That capital gain is capital gains income. And then we have passive income, which comes from a sound asset, a business that is a system of systems doing the selling and telling for us, delivering a product and solving a problem in the marketplace. So on the right side of the cash flow circle, we find the B and the I's. The B stands for business owner, and the I for inside investor. So the business owner, we control a system of systems. We have different businesses. We create a business or we acquired a business, and that business is of course selling a product that is solving a current problem in the world. And we want to have brands, not just a business, not just a commodity. We need to have brands that have intrinsic value, and the only way to have intrinsic value in a brand is to comprehend if that brand is protected, whether it's any niche. Is it a protected niche? Does it have a brand that is trademark registered? Because that adds intrinsic value in the brand and the business, and so it's not a commodity. So we want to train ourselves to build brands instead of commodities, because that way we can raise capital. And that's the job number 1 of an entrepreneur, is to raise capital. And then number 1 rule of entrepreneurship is to stay in business. And we do that by raising capital, because we're building or acquiring a business that is already raising capital or is going to raise capital from the front end, from the end users, and from the back end, from private lenders, banks, and other investors. We want to have a business that money is attracted to. The bigger the business is, so if we're talking about real estate, when we look at real estate, commercial real estate, then we can have the cash flow analysis, the financial statements of that business to understand how much cash flow is generating every single month, and whether that business could pay and afford an amortization payment for the next 30 years. And that will be able to satisfy the bank's needs and wants in order for them to go ahead and lend us what we are looking for as a loan to obtain that asset, to control that debt. And that is good debt because it's making us wealthy. Every time we make a payment into the amortization payment schedule, then we're going to get positive cash flow. And so we need to understand how to position ourselves successfully with a business so that we recoup our initial capital invested back. If we put anything down to acquire the asset of our own capital, we need to recoup that. And if we're using other people's capital, private investors, could be also friends and family. We talked about that this week too, right? When we have a track record, we can actually approach anybody and show them how our investments are making us wealthy. And if they want to participate, then they could, because we're private companies, and so we can share information with anybody. So focus on building a business that runs on itself with systems. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself having a job. Okay, so don't make the same mistake that majority of people make when they do things all on their own, which is very difficult to build a business, because the purpose of a business is to run on its own with, of course, people in the systems, right? Running the systems, delegating to other people is important. Control, leverage. We talked about strength and value. Business integrity or financial integrity, which means that the business is whole, is complete, all the systems are properly established. There are 8 elements of a successful business: mission, team, leadership, cash flow, communications, systems, legal, and product. We need to understand how to analyze businesses, and as much when we're building our brand, we need to establish those 8 elements that I just mentioned. You can also find everything that I'm talking about in our ebook, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On. There you'll find 49 chapters of financial literacy with steps on showing you exactly how to get set up online to create passive income, aka positive cash flow. And of course, capital gains income, whether it's through real estate investing, whether it is any other asset class that you want to invest. You're going to learn how to position yourself and your company and create a brand and start collecting potential leads of customers that are willing to do business and buy from your companies, from your brands. And we need to build our networks, because without networks, there's not net worth. Our networks are what is going to create the positive cash flow. We need the end users, and we also need the systems. In order for us to deliver to those end users, we need to have systems in place. So go to our website and get the ebook and start building your asset column, because it is critical that you begin investing for freedom, to have wealth being built daily. A lot of people think that doing this part-time is going to take them somewhere. You got to do this full-time. Understand that it's required to put in the time to analyze businesses or put a business together. It requires some sort of time from your end. So if you're working at a job 24/7, right, because you work in 12 hours and you need 2-3 hours to do your things like basic eating, showering, and so now the day is gone. So majority of people having a job will get in the way of becoming wealthy. You want to separate that from your life, because you have to understand how to live without a paycheck, how to thrive without a paycheck. A wealthy entrepreneur will live off passive income and capital gains income. And that's one of the hardest things for an employer or self-employed to do, is to retire that mindset of having to work for a paycheck. You need to understand how to put your money to work. So if you have safe money in the bank, understand that there are ways that you can make that money to work. Better, the bank is not making you any money at the end of the year. It's you're paying because inflation is so high that your interest rate is not even keeping up with having the money parked in the bank. Anyway, the bank is lending that money to us because the banks know that they cannot have that money parked there. Otherwise, it goes back to its intrinsic value, which is zero. So money has to move. That's why today is a currency. It's not backed up by gold anymore. So money is monopoly. Money is fake money. You need to really pay attention to this because today money is created with debt. So debt is money. Debt, your credit cards as money because it is money. So today money is an idea backed up by confidence. Yes, it is. Okay, that's all it's backing it. It's confidence of the government and other governments around the world. So it's important that we learn how to use debt to become wealthy. That is the holy grail because the more money we raise, the better we do because it's tax-free. Debt is tax-free legally, and passive income is also tax-free. So if we want to be tax-free entities and minimize the number one highest expense that all humans have, then start with using debt to invest for passive income and sometimes capital gains income, right? It depends on the asset class that we're going to put our money to work. But a professional investor, a master investor, an inside investor, we always win in up markets and down markets as well because we understand that the economy goes up and down. So we don't predict the market. We understand that it's going to go up and down at some point, and so we are preparing at all times for any type of market. We control different assets on different asset classes that do well in any type of economy. Okay, I want you to start speaking the lingo of money, business, and investing because it is going to help you open doors. Feel comfortable talking about millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, billions of dollars. Think big. Get your mind used to seeing money with your mind because that's one of the hardest things for people to do. To understand something that is an illusion, is an idea backed up by confidence. It's not longer physical money. So shift that mindset and begin to take massive action with the information that you're getting every day because that's going to help you create your first or acquire your first asset. So when you download our ebook, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, you'll be able to download a financial statement, which will help you fill in all the information that you need in order to understand where you are financially today. And is critical and a requirement for you to understand where you are so that we can help you have more freedom and create financial freedom. If you need to get out of the rat race, if you have a job that you despise and you're just thinking, I need to get out of that job, then we can build the plan. We can understand the financial statement, how much money you make, what is your living expenses, the costs, the liabilities, and we need to figure out which asset is going to provide enough income that will replace your job's income and then is going to also leave you with positive cash flow at the end of paying all your bills every single month so that you can begin to build wealth and start building your asset column with assets that will over time create more cash flow. The 3 E's of a master investor are financial education, experience, and excess of cash flow. We need to have those 3 in order to be a master investor. We need to receive money in the form of passive income and, of course, capital gains income. But passive income is the thing that will tell us whether we are a master investor or not. Do you have a system or systems making you passive income? And if the answer is yes, then you're a master investor if you don't have to work for money and all your bills are being paid from your asset column. Your assets producing passive income, and that income is used to pay all the living expenses and, of course, leave you with some left. And we compound more assets into that asset column so that we can create more wealth and more freedom. And we do everything legal, clean hands, have integrity, be ethical, because we never want to jeopardize the highest reward, total freedom. And that's what we're going after here. Actually, we attract, and we don't go after, we attract freedom and we attract success because of the person we are becoming. Become the best version of yourself. Take action today. Make moves that are important in your life. Sometimes you gotta lose people in order for you to gain new people. Gotta make room. And people have an expiration date. Many relationships, you have to be careful who you're dealing with on a daily basis. Who are your 5 people that you're hanging around with? Who is taking from your energy? Are they giving you the same amount of energy back? If you don't feel right, if the energy doesn't feel right, then don't do it, regardless of what anybody's telling you. You got to learn how to walk away from bad deals that do not serve you in your future. They might serve you right now, but they're not serving you in your future. And you need to really become one with your intuition, because your intuition is our guidance system, is truly what is going to help us be aware of anything that does not serve us. It's going to help us make decisions that is going to be beneficial for us in the future. Somehow our intuition knows what we want on our heart and in our future, right? An ideal scene is aligned with our purpose in life. So do things that are meaningful, not necessarily pursue happiness. Although if your passions and your talents are aligned with your happiness, then great, because when the time gets tough or the road gets tough, right, you need to be able to pick up and continue and persevere through the turbulences of life, right? But you don't want to run away from the storm. You want to just go right ahead through the storm, because we're living through purpose. We're doing it because it's meaningful, it's sacred. Like our company here, Master Investor, our mission is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high-quality financial education made simple. We look at opportunities to build passive income and true wealth. So we are delivering on that mission every day. That's why we're creating these videos, and you get this for free. So we are over-delivering on our promise. And so people begin to see our brand everywhere, Master Investor, because it's all about us. It's about you and I. Master Investor has to do with the investor inside of us. That investor can either become an average investor or become a master investor. If you're going to be playing the game of money, might as well play to become a master investor. And you're going to be playing that game of money for the rest of our lives. Think about it. Look at all the people that are close to the deathbed. They're still thinking about money. Their health, they're trying to regain their health back with money. So don't waste your entire life working at a job to lose your health and then to have some money to then try to regain your health. That is the wrong question. You want to focus on building freedom so that you're happy, that you are pursuing your dreams and you're aligned with your purpose, and your actions are meaningful every single day. They have a purpose. Every day has to be detailed with goals that will help us become a better version of ourselves. We can actually get better every day. And it's all about that compound interest, that compound discipline, that compound financial education. It's about taking massive action, making great decisions in life. We are always one decision away to a totally different life. Once you understand that, your life will change forever. You'll begin to make decisions based on what is your ideal scene. Is this decision right now, in this present moment, is it going to help me become closer to the person that I see myself in the future? My best version. Okay? So let's talk about the financial statement a little bit. We're going to speak about the 6 different words that compose a financial statement. There are 3 parts to it. The first part is the income column, and there you'll find the income statement. So in there you'll find the income column, and then you'll find the expenses. The second part is the balance sheet. In the balance sheet, you'll find the asset column and the liability column. And then the third part is a cash flow statement. So the cash flow. So the 6 words are income, expenses, assets, liability, and cash flow. Those are the 6 words that make up, in a simple terms, a financial statement. When you download the financial statement that we have as an asset under our digital course, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, we will add more assets into that digital course. So when you get it today, you're going to get it for a fraction of what it's going to be in the future, because that asset alone is going to go up in price. And we're going to pack that every year with more assets, and you will always have access to any of the other assets that we add, even though the price is going to go higher. You always will have access for a lifetime. You will be grandfathered into that course, even though you pay a fraction of the price. So take advantage right now. It's a great deal for you. It's a great investment. It's on your financial education, and you can start taking massive action. We have tools, resources, but the most important thing is that you use them and apply into your life today. You need to know where you are financially. You need to know your financial statement, because we need to get used to reading financial statements. Our own, and also every business or investment has a financial statement, and we need to understand how to analyze them as well, so that we can make sound decisions. We can put the deal together. We can present that to the banks or to private lenders, so that we can raise capital to control the asset, the debt, and we can collect on positive cash flow every time we make a payment, to the amortization, because we're collecting the money from the asset, we're making the payment, we're paying everybody, and we're also paying ourselves through passive income. And that is the bottom line. But we need to understand the difference between opinions and facts. When you are listening to financial advice out there, there are many gurus. They're just salespeople. Are they selling you an advice that they're not even following themselves? What are they telling you? Are they talking about events that might never happen in the future? Those are opinions. Don't go based on opinions. We analyze our investments based on facts, based on passive income, because passive income, aka positive cash flow, is what is going to determine whether that business is a sound business or not. If we measure it with capital gains, our return on investment, we measure it with capital gains, is based on opinions. There are certain instances where capital gains can give us facts, but we want to focus on measuring our return on investment with passive income, meaning that it's based on facts, okay? So once you learn where you are financially today, then we can make a plan, and you can make a plan, and we can help you as well, because that's why we're here. We have a team that you can call, and we can have a one-to-one talk. We can put a master plan together of how you're going to escape the rat race, depending on where you are today financially. We're going to take a look at your entire financial statement and help you navigate to different options, and give you some ideas on how you can implement what we're demonstrating you here inside of our community, to start building passive income and capital gains income, so it can take you to financial freedom, and then begin to build true wealth, okay, and making a difference in the world, because it's all about solving problems. That is a capitalist. Remember, we talk about the 5 different categories of investors, the 5 different levels of investors, and as much we talked about the types of income that exist. So as the 5 different categories of investors, we want to be the inside investor, because that's the master investor, and that is category 4. The 5 is an ultimate investor, basically is the inside investor who takes a company public. So like I said in our previous live streams, we want to do that at some point in our lifetimes, because it's going to give us experience. And then the 5 different levels of investors, we want to be number 5, which is a capitalist, is a master investor who solves problems in the world. We are always looking to solve problems, and we're willing to invest into causes that will, organizations or brands that have a strength value, that are solving a problem in the world to make it a better place. And so be a capitalist, be an inside investor, create a deal, and learn about financial statements, because that is the foundation of true wealth. So that's what I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Let us know in the comment section. I will see you later on. And remember, we're doing this for the next rest of the month. We're going to keep it going the entire year, because we need to talk about money, business, and investing. And I want to make sure that we're delivering on our mission here at Master Investor. I'm the founder of the company. My name is Jose. You can reach me at our company. We have a team. We will get back to you, and we can start working together to start building that asset column with real assets that your companies control. You're going to take control over your finances. You're not going to just give your money blindly to somebody to invest it for you. You're going to invest it. You're going to acquire your first asset. You're going to make the decisions, because you have the financial education necessary to make money work hard. Rule number one of our community is that we work to build passive income and make money work hard. Bringing you the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in all economies. Remember, today money is created with debt. That's why debt is tax-free. And so we love to use debt to invest for passive income, because when we do, then we are tax-free entities and we are cash flowing and we have freedom. All right? Stay great and wealthy. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you on the next live stream. Bye.